Hello, everybody. Welcome to some Toonkind to our 12 frames per second. My name is Whis. I'm one of your players for today, and I am playing Junior Detective A Little Rye Stagehand. And joining me today is a very, very wonderful, talented, funny, creative, awesome friend of mine who I am
Uh,
doing jazz hands in the general direction of.
but I throw a mirror at you.
No. I-
It bonks off your skull.
no. Praise! Praise!
Consider it wasn't an Uno reverse card because a mirror means I'm still seeing it, but so are you.
We can share.
So
We can
take
share.
that. Yeah, we could hold hands over the compliments.
I'll
Hi,
accept that.
I am the other member of this 12 FPS today, Spec or Spectral Haunts, and I will be playing one private of guest. Bleh, words. Private investigator Grimm Tome. Wow, the one time I don't actually accidentally say detective at the beginning, and I get just murdered. Thanks. Um. Anyways, it's time for a tall man, a tall, sad, wet nip noodle of a raggedy man. Get what's been coming for him.
Oh dear, yes
He's
it
been he's had
is.
it too good. It's been too nice. He's only had like what a couple of panics recently. He's it's too good for it. He's having too good of a time. So we gotta fix things. However, you may be thinking, "Oh no, Specs, can he do angst?" Oh no, 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 no. I have. There is something so much worse than anything I could do to him. You see.
Yes, this is the Requiem treatment, and if anyone listening has interacted with anyone from the Stagehand Requiem, I think you might have an idea of what's in store. And unfortunately for Tome, unlike Lynn, who is starting to be a spellcaster but is not particularly primarily known for it, her son, on the other hand, is quite the accomplished spellcaster. So, rip Tome, I guess. This is
Rest
taking
in peace.
place, what do you reckon, Spec? Like 2 weeks maybe after Paintfest?
I have no idea how the timeline works.
I'm gonna say 2 weeks then.
Cool.
Makes sense to me. All right, so I'm gonna get you to roll some dice straight off the bat before we do anything
Oh
else. Can you please
shit.
make me a whiz save?
A whiz save?
Mm-hmm.
You want Tome to make a whiz save?
Yeah.
Tome? Tome to make a whiz save?
I have no idea what Tome stats are like, so yes, I would love for Tome to do a whiz save.
You're so lucky he rolled very low. That's gonna be an 11 in total.
All right, fantastic. So this
Wait, 12.
was
12.
it's less
I
than a
can do math.
17. That's less than a
Okay,
17,
cool.
so we're good.
Yeah, I can do
Because what Rye has done, he has decided that today is the day that he menaces Tome, and he needs, first of all, to find Tome. So he's just cast Scrying on Tome, and Tome has not avoided being scryed on by the math. So, Rye is now sort of targeting Tome and now honing in. So where is Tome hanging out today on this lovely day?
Um, 9 out of 10 times, the same place as usual. He's in Toontown,
Mm-hmm.
despite what many would believe, considering his entire family lives in another place. No, he's in Toontown because that's actually where he lives, and I finally get to do. I love it when I actually have an excuse to put him in Toontown again.
Wonderful. Okay, so he's going
Yeah,
about his
he's
day.
mhm.
Wonderful. Let
Making
me.
his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's homebound. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dun. Da-da-dun-dun. Please don't copyright this. Da-da-dun-dun.
Okay, so he's walking down the street, minding his own business, but then as he passes by the mouth of a alleyway, do you want to roll me a perception?
Tome, please. Your modifiers can only do so much. Tome, please.
14's fine. 14 is above average. That's more than enough. All right. So he's walking by the this alleyway, and he's probably walked by this particular alley dozens of times, if not hundreds. And there is some strange flashes and some weird wobbly things going on in that alleyway as he walks past.
I gotta roll something just for the funny of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 17. Uh, Home Home sees this, and for a brief second, he's just like, just keep on walking. Just, it's Toontown. If you've learned anything, don't go down the random alleyways.
Plot can't
There's
get me if I
plot.
don't engage.
There's plot down there. That is plot if I've ever seen it. But then there's a side because he is a private investigator, and if there is the smallest chance that this is crime, he kind of needs to go check it out. So with a soft sigh, he turns and pokes his head into the alleyway.
Alright, is he just looking in or actually going into the alleyway?
He's starting by just poking his head in. He doesn't know if he needs to disappear from sight before he goes in.
Okay. So at first glance, the alleyway, it's got some trash cans, it's got, normal alleyway looking stuff, and the strange flashes and, like, how, like, gas will make the air all wobbly? It's kind of that kind of effect. It's coming from behind this big pile of boxes, sort of towards the middle of it. And you can also see some very strange shadows on the wall that are kind of like spikes and plants, and one that kind of looks maybe shiny as a shadow. You're not sure how that works.
Voice, oh boy, oh gods, okay. Oh boy, oh gods, okay. He's just sensing so much plot coming from this. He's like, this is not normal, and this is like, it's not like bad different. It's definitely Toontown different, but also it's Toontown different. But curiosity killed the cat. he's gonna he's gonna walk closer. He's doing his best to stay perceptive, but he's gonna very carefully poke his head around the box.
Alright, let me roll.
Oh, there it is.
Stealth. Right, you're not supposed to get a Stagehand 6 on this. That's okay. This is why we have Pass Without Trace.
A Stagehand what?
A Stagehand 6. It's we tend to roll 6s a lot. But that's okay, because we are using Pass Without Trace, which means we get a plus 14, so that's a dirty 20.
Oh my sweet.
Alright, so as Tome comes down the alleyway and leans around the boxes to see what's making all those flashes and stuff, they abruptly stop. And not only do they abruptly stop, but the area also gets very suddenly dark.
Disappears. It's the octopus Squid Ink. He does the one with shadows and just straight up vanishes. It's like, nope.
Oh my god.
He's invisible now. He's just turned invisible. He just did that thing, that some octopuses do where, like, on instinct, they just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he pulled that kind of shit. Because you made it work, and that's what his thing does. And since he's not going to move, he kind of just froze and just went poof. Like, there's a little comedic pop and everything.
Okay. Boop. Go on. Grief. Oh, gosh. I have to just make sure.
Nothing in this FPS is serious. Nothing in this FPS is going to be serious.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That's wonderful. Loads of both second level spells. Okay, cool. Dude. Alright, so is Tome gonna do anything or just stand there?
He's just standing there, because if he moves, it ends.
Right, okay. How long does this last for? 10 minutes. Alright. Is that also concentration? That's not concentration! Holy shit, okay. That's funny. Um,
We're just gonna stand here for the whole FPS.
no.
Whoever sneezes first loses.
All right. Let me see. Let me just double check. Okay. Yep. We've done that. We've done that. Okay. Um. So it's dark for about 10 minutes. Um. And when the light comes back up, you don't appear to be in an alleyway anymore. You seem to be in some sort of valley. Like, instead of where the walls were, there's these big trees and hills and there's grass. Definitely not where you were before.
I can tell that Tome hasn't had a coffee because all he handed me was, "Well, I guess I died, and this is the end." Which,
Oh, Tome! Bless.
sir, he doesn't actually think he's dead, but his humor is definitely skewed towards that. You know that humor you get when you're not fully awake,
Mm-hmm.
which may be partially because his player is running on that kind of humor right now. Um,
That's fine.
I haven't had my coffee, so Tome hasn't had shit, and he will suffer as I do.
That's fair.
Um,
Now, I know that this is going to likely be one of Tome's best, but Tome is welcome to do an investigation on his new
it is
surroundings.
really funny you say that, because that's one of his worst.
Really? That's hilarious.
Tome's whole gag is he is a detective who cannot detective.
That's great.
Yeah, he has proficiency in it, and that's gonna be a okay dice. So you know how you said you have a stagehand 6?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a Tome likes to peck me over roll, which is any time I try to roll intelligence stuff for him, which is his dump stats by significant means. He normally rolls an 18 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten more nat 20s rolling intelligence rolls, which are straight zeros, than I've gotten for anything else involving him. Anyways, with that context of why I'm just completely done with him, um, that's a 22.
Beautiful. Okay. Doodly-doodly-dee. Alright. So, and the DC for that was 17, so that's fine. So you're looking around and you look at the trees and the grass and the hills, and then you just can sort of squint because you can tell that's a hallucinatory terrain. That's an illusion. You're still in that alleyway. It's just been made to look like this.
Okay, then. I guess someone is either playing a prank or doesn't want to be caught. Either way, I'd best recommend you do show yourself, for your sake and for the sake of us not wasting too much time on this.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna be a little shit.
Terrifying.
Um, all right. So there is a few beats of silence, and then there's a small noise from behind you,
Oh.
and the boxes were is now like a pile of rocks or whatever, and from sort of behind that pile of rocks hops a small black and grey fuzzy bunny and just sort of sits there on the grass and looks at you.
Blink, blink. It's just. He's just kind of staring at this bunny. Okay. So either this is some sort of possibly a druid wild shape, polymorph, or another illusion, or you're a bunny tune. Either way, I'm not here to cause problems. I just want to know why you cast an illusion spell on me.
It tilts its head to the side and then takes a few hops away from you and then looks back and then do a few more hops and then looks back.
Do you want me to follow you? I don't have speak with animals, I'm sorry. That's more of other people I know's business.
tilts its head to the side. One more little hop and looks over its shoulder. Its nose does a little twitch.
I'm talking to just a random rabbit, aren't I? That's just a random rabbit, isn't it, Tome? Okay. And he kind of pinches the bridge of his nose, and he's just like, "Nope, I'm not chasing after a rabbit. I am a professional. I'm not. I'm." He's glancing at the rabbit, debating. No, I am a professional. I do not chase rabbits. You good there, Whis?
I'm good. Oh, this is just funny. This rabbit just sort of sits there and turns around and does a little tilt of its head, and then it hops towards Tome and then stops, tilts its head the other side.
If you're trying to use sign language at me, I don't know Toon sign language. I'm trying to learn it. I know just a bit, enough to get by for most cases, but I don't understand head tilt sign language, if that's a thing. Is that a thing?
I don't think I'll make you roll for this. There's this pause, and then the bunny seems to do a little face palm.
Hello, hello, I present to you your uncle. This is a this detective has been detectiving almost as long, if not longer, than your mother has been alive. And he doesn't know if bunny ear sign language head tilts are a thing.
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
Bask in the glory of your elders.
I think after the face palm, the bunny is gonna start running around in circles and then point in the direction that he was going. It's like point, point, nod with the head, another hop away from Tome, and then looking like straight at him, like direct eye contact.
Prolonged eye contact, prolonged eye contact, prolonged eye contact, prolonged eye contact. um, Tome is smart enough to realize, okay, the bunny is trying to talk to me, and will proceed to start walking after said bunny this time.
Fantastic. Do you want to do me a deck save?
Oh, course. Really, Tome? Really? This man runs on spite towards me, and me specifically. I am utterly convinced at this point.
That makes me so happy.
I am glad you're.
Okay, so when Tome finally decides to exasperatingly follow after this bunny rabbit, he gets past where the pile of boxes turned rocks are, and then very suddenly he can feel something tighten around his ankle, and then there is a whoop as he's yanked up in an invisible snare trap and is now hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground.
3 feet above the ground?
Like, from head to the floor, not...
So his foot is 10 feet in the air.
Yeah. But his head is 3 feet above the ground. We're not going to bash the poor guy into the floor.
Sorry, I just thought it'd be really funny if it was set for, like, average height. And, like, Tome just has his, like, head, like, against the ground.
You know
like,
what?
Slightly squished.
I agree, actually. Let's do that. Maybe not completely. Maybe his foot could be maybe 5 or 6 foot off the floor, so he's still sort of head and shoulders on the ground, going, oof!
voice, the lack of accessibility for tall people these days. Shake my head.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Tone voice is tall discrimination.
And from that upside down position, you can hear the little noises of this little bunny just hopping across the ground towards you, and then there is sort of a shift in your vision, in your peripherals, and then just a you are very, very tall.
Thank you for that. I didn't notice.
Good morning, Inspector. And you look
All
up,
right,
and there is a familiar little tune there.
Do you remember this pen? That is a nat 1.
Oh my fucking god, Tom! Well, maybe he doesn't recognize Ryan at all. He's wearing a different shirt, I guess. Amazing.
I'm in shock. The highest roll he's rolled besides an 18 is a 6, and the 18 was for an intelligence. My character has turned against me. My character has turned against me. Okay then, fine, Tome. Since you're obviously experiencing old man amnesia, he hit his head a little too hard during that flip over there, I guess. He kind of just spins. I like to imagine the rope's still spinning, even though he's on the ground. So he just kind of spins slightly, kind of being dragged against the ground very slightly. And who are you?
Oh, you forgot me already.
Okay, so we have met, and you don't just know my name, which makes sense. Most people don't know my name, but okay.
Maybe all the blood's rushing to your head. Hold on, let me get you out of there. And he makes a little movement.
I don't have blood.
It's a figure of speech, Inspector. And he just sort of snaps his fingers. And the snare that grabbed Tome just dissipates. And then there's just... I'm just picturing this just...
Crumbles. He just crumbles into, lands in the death guy, family cry death pose.
Oh, no. There, is that a bit more comfortable?
Yes. And Tome just kind of pushes himself up and brushes himself off. And he takes his hat, which somehow did not fall off. It was like it was glued to his head or something. And shakes it off, pats it down, puts it back on. And then he looks at Rai again. I swear to everything above, Tome, if you don't remember this one. That's a 7. Thank you, Tome. For absolutely nothing.
Well,
you know what? He has a plus. No, because that's history. That's history. It's not even like he has a convenience. Blah 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 blah. Idiot.
Oh dear. You've just got this little toon standing there in front of you. How tall is Ryan now? He's 3'9". Standing there and smiling at you with no mouth, and he seems very pleased to see you.
Tom is literally almost twice this kid's height, and he's just looking down at him. There's visible question marks around his head. Those toonish question marks popping up around his head, floating.
Oh, I didn't know other tunes other than Stagehands could do that. He just sort of points at the question marks.
Oh, these? And he kind of looks up, toonish shenanigans kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I fall very, very far into the toon side of things.
Lots of tunes do. Look, I can do it too. And he then just sudden, Solid Snake kind of noise. And an exclamation mark appears above Rai's head, and it's a red exclamation mark with a yellow border, a yellow outline.
I don't see it too often that people can do it on command.
Mm-hmm. It's something all stagehands can do. They're even tactile. Look, and he just sort of grabs it and then hands it to Tome.
Tome kind of grabs it and goes, "What? Why was my? No, I'm not going to give you any ideas." Okay, do you recognize? Okay, he recognizes the name Stagehand at least, which makes sense because I know he's heard about Lynn before.
Mm.
Stagehand. Oh, wait. There's little dots. There's like a little loading symbol over his head for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Stagehand.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Wait! You're the cousin?
Yeah, I'm the cousin.
Oh, I almost forgot that.
You seem
That
so
was
surprised to find out about it at Paintfest.
I did not know. I didn't even know Leo had cousins. I still don't know. I did not find out until afterwards that Leo had an aunt.
Mm. That's my mom.
Yes, I figured as much when she was the one who came up in conversation, me trying to figure out the whole cousin thing.
I thought it would only be polite if I came to introduce myself properly. And he sticks a hand out for a handshake. My name is Junior Detective Little Rye Stagehand, at your service.
Well, and he takes Rye's hand. Private Investigator Grimm Tome, at yours.
It's very nice to meet you. I didn't even know Leo had, like, a dad nearby or anything like that, so... And he said he's got more than one, which is cool.
Yes, do you want to make a perception real quick, just for the funny?
Sure. What's your perception, right? You'd think I would know these things by now. And yet, here we are.
I don't know Tome's half the time, and... Oh yeah, you absolutely noticed it wasn't a hard DC. Tome's face flushes a bit red. There's also, his other dad, Airy.
Yeah. It says teaching Leo how to do magic, which was cool.
Indeed, that would be, Mr. Airy then.
Did you have fun at Paintfest?
I did. It was very nice to get to meet all of you, and you proved to be a very good team.
We didn't win.
Doesn't mean that we weren't a good team. It's not all about winning.
Suppose so. I've never really done sports before. I'm not really built for it. And he sticks his sort of arms out and just sort of waggles his little stick arms.
There's a start. I can understand that. But you don't have to be built for something to enjoy it, so if you had fun, I'd say do it again.
Oh, I will. Next time, I want to time it so that my sibling can come do it with me. I think Network would really like that.
Processing. Does he remember Network? There's the 5 again. These dice are just not being nice to me. Network?
Network is my sibling. Sister, sibling. And, they can be very enthusiastic. So I think Paintfest would be right up her alley, actually.
So that's another to keep track of.
Oh, wait, that would make Network Leo's cousin too, wouldn't it? Family's so weird and complicated. I'm still getting used to it.
I'm going to need a list from that boy.
Yeah, lists are good. I keep a list of all of the stagehands because there are so many.
There's a lot of them?
Yeah, there's over 100 of them.
And are they all, like, part of the family?
And that's not even including people like Leo, who don't really use stagehand as part of their name, but are still part of the family, you know? So there's even more.
You can hear. You don't even have to see it. You can hear the loading going on in Tome's brain, the gears turning, as my man kind of processes how many people's in his family now through extension. He's just standing there in shock.
I think Ryan's gonna let Tome load for a bit before just sort of reaching out and patting Tome on the. I'm gonna go with leg because I don't think he could reach any other part of Tome. Just pat.
Ah,
Pat.
yes, don't worry. This man is in fact 90% leg anyways, as evident by the I actually have proof of it.
Yeah, Ryan's just gonna reach out and be like, pat, pat. You okay?
Yes, I'm just processing this all.
If it makes you feel better, you have got no obligation to get everybody in the family presents for Animus, so you don't have to worry about that.
I'm glad.
I'm seeing that picture. Oh my god. But no, I thought it would be polite to come and introduce myself to you, especially seeing as you're very important to Leo, and Leo's very important to me. So gotta come say hi. Also, we kind of work in the same industry, so we gotta have that professional networking stuff too.
Indeed. Tome internally trying not to get him over emotional at the "you're important to Leo" thing. Don't be a proud sappy dad. Don't be a proud sappy dad.
I'm gonna roll an
Tome
insight, see if
voice.
I can get that.
Tone voice, I will stay strong and I will not cry over my son.
Oh yeah, I think Rye has definitely spotted you on that one time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a 23 on insight.
Oh yeah, no. You can tell that this man is like his heart has been warmed. It grew three times that size large. From the pure joy of being told that he was important to Leo. This is a dad, Your Honor. This is a dad.
Aww. Rye's just sort of smiling at Tome. It's good to see that you're happy about that. You make Leo really happy too, so that makes me happy.
Oh, more emotions.
Was it weird
Okay.
the first time he called you dad?
I'm really glad Rye asked that because I look at what happened in the gallery and Tome can hear this, and so I'm really glad Rye asked that before Tome had to process the sentence like so hot you fry an egg.
Oh man. Man.
I think that would have taken Tome out of.
I feel like we should be doing window in window recording the gallery where Tome's in screen. Oh god.
No, we do it just we don't record it and I just read them because sometimes selective use of the gallery, but also
Fair. Oh.
some of these people don't need to have their crimes immortalized because there have been crimes committed against my boy. Anyways, Tome kind of blinks at that question, taking a moment to process it because at the exact same time he hears in his head, "Leg so hot, you fry an egg," which is not weird for the gallery, but it's still weird. And he just kind of processes the question before he's like, "It was what was best in the moment." Tone voice, I refuse to call it weird, but it was absolutely weird. Tone voice, if this gets back to Leo that I called it weird, he will cry, and I can't let him cry. Because then I will have multiple people try and kill me.
What did you do the first time?
I well, I accepted it. There's a small question mark, like how else is he supposed to react?
Well, I'm glad you accepted it. Sometimes some people can be a bit uncomfortable being given new titles.
There was a conversation beforehand, so it wasn't like it came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll a d10 real quick. Yep, that's a 2. Ryan's gonna reach into his coat and he's pulling out a little notebook, and he's just sort of writing a few things down.
Are you interrogating me?
No, I'm not interrogating you.
And what are the notes for?
Personal notes?
On me or Leo?
Uh, Neither, technically speaking.
More question marks just appearing over his head.
You don't have to worry about it, Inspector. It's nothing to worry about. I'm just sort of taking a few things you say as advice, that's all.
Are you planning on calling someone a dad?
Uh-huh.
Okay, out of character, I just connected the dots on on Gregory. In character, fun fact, Tome hasn't even heard of Gregory. So he doesn't know this, so he just kind of stands there, lots of question marks, and goes, Are you found family someone? Or is your mother?
I mean, yes to both of those things. But, it's fine. Leo gave me a lucky charm, so I'm sure it'll go well. I just, want to make sure of it. Luck only takes you part of the way. I gotta do it right as well.
Well, then. Tome takes a deep breath. Do you want some advice?
Sure, if you've got some to give.
He holds up his little pen and his little notebook.
The best advice I can give is, like I said, talk about it. Well, yes, found family can happen a lot unconsciously. Sometimes talking about it can mean a lot. And two, be honest, okay? Which I assumed you already would, but even if you're nervous, be honest about that. Families are built on trust, and if you start out with trust, it will be stronger in the end.
Ryan's furiously writing this down and he's nodding.
I can do that. I can definitely do that. And I like him a lot, and my mom likes him a lot, and my sibling likes him a lot, and I think my uncle's yeah, I think Uncle Hetty likes him too. But I think it fits. It's just a different thing for me because I have not used the term dad on someone who's a good person before.
Well, Tom's attached. I'm sorry. This kid came up nervous to him, is related to Leo, and now he's all nervous about family, okay? Tome's attached. I don't make the rules here, okay? I don't make the rules here. I just play the character. And when he hands me, oh, I'm attached, and I will protect this child with my life, and I will call him my nephew, I just go, okay, Tome, you sap. Whoa, whatever. Sure. Guess that's another one. Um, Tome just kind of sighs and he goes, well, in that case, you don't have to use the term dad.
But I don't think the person who got to be my dad first really deserves it. I'm not sure what word I would use for him instead, given as I never ever want to see him ever again, but I don't think he deserves to be dad. I think
Well, in that
that's
case,
reserved for somebody good.
I think it'd be very good to give this person who you care about and who cares about your family the title of dad instead.
Right, brightens, and there's a few more little bits of Grawlix that pop around him. There's a few exclamation marks and a few stars, and they're the little asterisks, but Rye's asterisks come out as little red stars. So he's doing his equivalent of a happy Ghibli sparkle without being Ghiblian.
Oh, I love him so much, Your Honor.
But, oh, hang on. I should turn all of this magic off. Hold on.
And he starts snapping his fingers a few times, and all the hallucinatory terrain dissipates, and you're back in the alleyway.
I, wanted to make an impression, as my first hello. Mom is much better at, how does she put it? Menacing picnics. But, you're, about as paranoid as she is.
There's a lot for Tome to unpack in that entire thing. Is in character, by the way. That like instinctively escapes him. After a moment of just processing all that, he goes, well, first of all, please do not call me a peckneck as you did. Secondly, that makes me even more concerned for when I eventually, if I ever do meet your mother. And three, it's just a thing that comes with being a detective for a while. It's just a thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of coming to understand that. Mom's pretty paranoid, and, I wouldn't take the peckneck thing particularly seriously. Everybody's a peckneck, according to her. It's just the collective noun for people in general. It's said neutrally and sometimes affectionately.
Okay, then I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, then.
So, like, what kind of cases do you do? Because you call yourself inspector rather than a detective. What kind of cases do you take?
The exact same kind of detective normally would. I just don't work for anybody, per se. I'm not part of an agency. Or the police. I'm completely on my own. A for-hire basis.
Oh. I mean, Mom kind of is, too. She's also, like... Well, actually, no. She's kind of the head of the agency because she's got me now. So there's two of us. But before she had me, it was just her.
No, it also depends on the person. For me, I associate detectives normally with people a lot more involved with the police, either working for them or heavily involved with them during cases. I don't really get involved with the police on cases, so I don't consider myself a detective.
Oh, is that the difference? Yeah, no, Mom is authorized to do arrests and stuff. And I'll be authorized to do that when I get my license, but I don't have my license yet because she says I'm not experienced enough, which is fair. But okay.
Good.
Okay. So what? So people can come to you and you'll go and do some snooping or what have you and then just tell them what you found out and that's it?
Yes,
Huh.
quite literally.
Oh, okay. That's different. So it's not quite the
Mm,
same as like solving crime and putting people in jail or whatever better than the police can. It's just finding stuff out for people.
yes, I do solve crimes, and I will report them. And if needed, I can apprehend someone. I do technically have a license. I just, it is not
Not your theme?
my, I wouldn't say it's not my theme, considering most of my cases are murders, but
Oof.
yes, it's more of, I see, Tome knows why he doesn't call himself detective, but he's not telling the kid that. So he's trying to, he's doing like this really fun circle explanation at this point. Um, it's complicated. It
Oh,
involves a lot of terminology, and plus, I'm old, and old people have different words for different things.
you don't look that old.
I'm over 40.
That's not that old. We have people in town who are like 200 years old.
Are they tunes?
Yeah.
Huh. Never met a tune that's been that alive that long.
You should come to Halloween Town and meet Zax and Asclepius. They're great.
Okay. Halloween Town. I'll take note of that place.
It's good fun. Provided you're okay with ghosts and zombies and skeletons and werewolves and stuff.
They do not bother me.
Then it's fun.
And he gives a double thumbs up.
Owen gives a soft laugh at that. This child's so energetic. All right, so you've introduced yourself. Now what?
Well, did I interrupt you from something? I mean, it was kind
No,
of deliberately luring you in off the street. It probably wasn't very polite. I mean,
I'm the
I'm
one who
not
fell
as
for it.
I'm not as dexterous as Mom. I couldn't chase you across rooftops or something.
She can what?
That's one of the things she's done to Gregory before. She chased him across the rooftops.
Oh, this poor Gregory. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I wish I could have watched. It sounded like it was really cool. But she's really good
Okay
at
then.
climbing, and I'm really good at sneaking. So between the two of us, we can do quite a lot. Do you have a favorite case? Me appropriate favorite case?
He says,
Yes,
knowing
it would every. I
that.
would only tell you things that would be your appropriate. That's why I did not elaborate on the murder. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I just have to clarify because I know that there are some cases that Mom doesn't tell me about because it's in too intense of a genre for me. And you know, if you're old,
And he does quotes with his hands.
and you've
You
been doing
know,
this for a long time, a lot of them are likely to be in that higher genre as well. If they're murders,
uh,
oof,
I'm
again.
not. I'm not considered a serious genre. Do not worry.
Okay,
I'm actually a comedy.
comedy murders?
It's complicated, but yes.
Huh. Okay. Sounds a lot
Hmm.
better than assorted kidnappings and whatnot.
Oh no, we get those.
Yeah, those two. What about like
Hmm.
insurance fraud and theft and stuff?
I get theft, not quite insurance fraud.
I did insurance
Uh,
fraud. That was my first one that I did almost all by myself. Mom supervised, but I did that one all by myself. It was insurance fraud, and the look on that guy's face when we caught him was really, really good. Uh,
it's
um,
a good. It's
um,
a good genre.
I've also caught a phantom thief once.
You've got a what?
A Phantom Thief. You know, like at Paintfest, how we had the Detectives theme and the Phantom Thieves theme. I caught a real one.
Yes, yes. And which one did you catch?
Um,
This is his pause.
um, he was wearing black and red, and it was a complete show off, and I caught him, but I wasn't allowed to arrest him, so I let him go.
Did you catch him here in Toontown?
No, Villestown.
Hillstown.
Mhm.
Black and red.
Mhm. I had a mask.
Did he? Like, he had a mask, didn't he?
It was a white mask with little black pips on the sides, I think. And he had a cat.
He had a cat. He had a cat. Wait, hold up. I don't think Tome has connected the dots on who Trickster is. That makes this 10 times funnier, actually. Okay, so that's a 19, so he knows who you're talking about, but I don't think canonically he's connected the dots anyways, so... Would his name happen to be Trickster?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Why was Trickster in Villestown?
He was going to rob a museum, I think. But I stopped him.
Why was he robbing a museum?
Mm.
Not normally what he specializes in.
No, Leo says that's more of a Phantom L thing, I think.
Yes, of course Leo would say that.
Yeah, he's a huge Phantom Thieves nerd.
Oh, he's one of the biggest Phantom Thief nerds I know, actually. Huh. Huh. I never
But it's
thought...
only the one. I've made a case board just for the Phantom Thieves, even though they're not really in my jurisdiction and I can't arrest them anyway, and most of them have rivals already, so like I don't wanna like get in the way of some other detective or investigator or whoever is on the other side of the Phantom Thief, so they can do their runaround thing, but I did catch him.
That makes sense. Yes, Zumi goes to Trickster, Minami goes to White Rabbit, and Camille goes to... Who knows? Maybe another Phantom Thief will show up then.
Maybe.
As evident by the Paintfest, they are quite popular, and the more popular something is, the more likely more are to appear, for better or worse.
Yeah. I mean, they're vigilantes, I guess. But...
Some are.
Oh, only some of them?
I think that, well, yes, some of them are vigilantes. I think other of them are just a smidge reckless. For example, Phantom L, I would say, is more on the reckless than on the vigilante side.
Well, if Leo's trying to copy Phantom L, then if Leo is showing off half as much as Phantom L does, then he must be really reckless and show-offy.
Yeah, he really is. I really hope somebody talks to Phantom L soon, and he starts to think about the consequences of his actions.
Oh fuck! This is so hard to do with a straight face. Oh my god.
I should put for context, if I remember correctly, Tome knows the truth. This is him blatantly roasting Leo when Leo is not here.
Oh, man, it's being 100% genuine though.
Tome voice, my two sons, every moonlit night, think that the idea of fun and enrichment is running across rooftops in the dark? No. I will mock them every second I have the chance. I will mock Camille for encouraging this, and I will mock Leo for doing it in the first place, when there are so many better, legal, and safer ways to do both of their objectives.
I would like to meet him someday. Leo really likes him, and like, if I can catch one phantom thief, even though I had to let him go, I reckon I could catch the other ones. It was fun, so I can get why they would want to chase them around.
How much of a shit are you feeling like being? Oh, that's a 5. That's a mega shit. Okay. Um, you should definitely talk to Leo about that, actually. Um, yeah. After all, he is such a big fan of Phantom L. He could probably help you find where he is. Maybe you could ask him to. You know what?
Hmm?
Maybe you should ask him next full moon, because isn't that when Phantom L strikes? You two should do a camp out together for Phantom L.
Oh, a stakeout? That could be really fun. And then if he shows up,
Yeah,
Leo can see him in person. Oh, that would be really
exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
Rye has his little notebook and he's writing all these things down.
I'm gonna write a letter to Leo as soon as we get home. Nice. That's a really good idea. Thank you, Uncle Tome.
You're welcome. I'm already mentally preparing for when Leo kills him for this later. Tom taking a sip of his coffee. I have no idea what you're talking about. I think it's real sweet that Rye wants to hang out with you. Especially about something you're so passionate about, Leo. It'd be such a shame if you're so busy the whole full moon with your cousin that you can't go out at midnight into dangerous cities to do dangerous things. Sip, 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 sip.
Oh man.
They're a very loving family, Your Honor.
Oh, I can absolutely tell. Oh gosh. Rye is a very happy boy at the moment. You have filled him with
Yay!
a wonderful idea, and he's very excited.
Oh, I love him so much, Your Honor. Tome is actually happy to see him excited. He wants, in all seriousness, he does actually want Leo to spend more time with his family and cousins and not. Oh, I pinched myself accidentally. And not I was spinning my chair and my arm got caught between my chair and the desk.
Oof.
He wants Leo to spend more time with people who are not his brothers. Like, he'll take the cousin, but like Leo needs to interact with more than just Camille, Jubilee, Arata, Timmy. Sometimes he talks to Minami. That's all Tome could think of. Tome does not like that that's all that he can think of. Leo needs more friends. And he will encourage Leo to hang out with his cousin. Also, Rye is so sweet, and he wants Rye to have fun with Leo. So, boys, this is a win-win-win.
And like, even though he tried to set up this elaborate trap for Tome, which after a fashion did work, he's 100% genuine. Like, lying and being shifty isn't really his style. I think Tome can tell.
Tome can, and he loves this child. This child is in his good books. This is a good child to him, Your Honor.
Oh, if Leo knows lots about the Phantom Thieves and not just Phantom L, I wonder if he. Wait, hang on. You said Camille? I've heard that name before. Why have I heard that name before?
Roll a history, Rye.
Oh.
That is a 3! What's your history? Plus
That
2.
would,
That is a 5. No.
That would be, Leo's adopted brother.
Oh! I want to meet him too. Because that's another cousin for me.
Yes, he's actually, how old are you?
17?
You, like, visibly see Tome pause, and the, like, flame rivet. You're 17?
Almost.
Okay, so you're 16.
Yeah.
Okay, that at least makes a little bit more sense. Well,
Wait, no. He turned 17 in August. He turned 16 the year before. He's 17. I beg your pardon. I haven't updated his character sheet and I forgot. No,
Oh, dear.
he's 17.
Okay, so yeah, so he says 17. Okay, he is 10 years younger than you. But he's about your height, and he is also wanting to be a detective.
Wow, that's starting young. That's even
It
younger than
is.
Mom started. Wow. I knew we could be
It is
detectives.
really young.
Huh.
You know what?
Hmm?
You have a good idea on what kind of genre is good, don't you?
Mhm.
Do murders happen a lot around you?
No. No.
Perfect.
I
I
mean,
think that you two.
There's been a few attempts. There's been an attempted murder, but that's as close as we got.
Well, that's good. Which means that it will be perfectly good for Camille to hang around you. You're right. He is so young, and he needs to be around cases better for his age. So, I think you two should hang out. He really likes I bet you could do a tax fraud case together. He would have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, I'm sure we could find one. We have a network who finds all sorts of things for us, and I'm sure we can find some other case like that Camille and I could do together. That would be fun.
Yeah.
And if he's so much younger than me, does that mean that I get to sort of be the older mentor sort of thing? Oh, that'd be so cool.
Exactly. He will be the younger student to you.
Right,
And
his
he
little
will
happy claps. He's very
he will
excited
have
by
to
this
listen.
prospect.
You'll have to listen, and you'll have to make sure he stays safe and out of trouble, but I think you'd have a lot of fun with him.
I could do that. I could definitely do that. I'm very strong, even though I may not look it.
Well, that's good, because he's not strong at all.
Oh, okay. I do a good protect of little cousin. Yes.
Good job. I have gotten right 2 possible future playdates.
Yep.
Oh man. I want to go home and write to Leo straight away because that'd be so cool. And like, I'm sure Leo would love to see Phantom L in person. And I want to learn more about Phantom Thieves because like, if there's more and there's one that doesn't have a rival, maybe I could be your Phantom Thief rival because that actually sounds like a lot of fun. Because chasing Trickster was a lot of fun, and I caught him, and I got the impression that people don't usually catch him. So
Yes, it is very hard to catch Trickster. You know what?
Huh?
I have one more person I think you should meet.
Oh, yeah.
It's another detective. But I think you'd have a lot of fun meeting Trickster's rival.
Oh, yes.
Listen, gallery, this is post Dieto trip. Azumi's better. Ish. Listen, Tome voice, you know what? I've realized all the kids I know in my life don't interact a lot. And this child is the energy they need in their life. I'm about to do a God's work right now. Tome voice, the gods have nothing on me today.
My God.
Well, his name is Shiro Azumi, and both Leo and Camille can help you find him, okay?
Okay.
I think, now make sure you're polite.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he is very serious, and he may be grumpy, but that's just the way he is, okay? He won't hurt you or anything like that. He just likes to glare at everything.
That's okay. I'm kind of used to that.
Yeah, it's just how he is. I think somewhere deep within him, it's how he shows affection. But tell him that you caught Trickster.
Will he be upset?
No. I don't know if he'll believe you, but I think you'd have a lot of fun discussing how to catch Trickster, and if you could tell him what you did, I think he'd find it very interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose so. If he's Trickster's rival and can do the same thing I did to catch him, we wouldn't be expecting it from his rival because I'm just some random junior detective that happened to wander across him when he was doing stuff. So, yeah, I can do that. That sounds fun. Is this the Toontown detective or a Valestown detective or somewhere else?
He is in Villestown now, I believe. Even though Trickster's in Toontown, you can find him in Villestown, mostly because he's basically anywhere Camille is.
Okay. I wonder. Well, Camille, you sheds Camille, so Camille should be able to tell me how to get in contact with him. Or maybe Miss Moira knows. I'll write it down.
Or Miss Moria. He works with Miss Moria a lot. If you've heard of Miss Moria.
Oh yeah, I did a case with her.
Well then, perfect. You could Miss Moria also knows Azumi, and you could ask her to introduce you to him.
Oh, cool. Okay. See, this is what I was hoping Paintfest would be, the whole, like, networking with other detectives and stuff.
Well, I know plenty of detectives if you want to network.
I do.
I know this really sweet mouse. Tone voice, I'm getting all of the kids now. None of them are safe.
Oh my god. I'm not even going to have Rai roll anything. He's just slapping this up.
Her name is Minami Shannon, and she's very sweet. A little shy, but very sweet. You can get to her through Leo or Camille also. And she would love to hang out with you. She's an absolute sweetie. She likes to study more like puzzle-based cases. She's very smart too. If she starts to act or say she's not smart, she's wrong. She is extremely smart.
I've not done a puzzle case before. What's a puzzle case?
So basically, the cases that she finds herself in often have a puzzle or something as part of her genre. It's very good enrichment. I would very much recommend it, and it'd be great networking. She's probably one of the sweetest detectives I know. For every bit that Azumi is grumpy, she is sweet.
Okay.
Writes that down.
Yes.
Rai is practically vibrating with excitement at the prospect of meeting all these detectives.
Is there any other detectives that I know? No Detective Moria. You know Camille. Well, you've heard of Camille now. You've heard of Azumi now. You know, or like I mentioned, Moria. I've told you about Minami. Tome, who does actually know two other detectives, but doesn't know them enough if he wants to recommend them to this child. Sorry, Quinn and Roswell. Tome just doesn't know you yet. I say Esquire Quinn. Which is also me covering my butt because I think multiple people would kill me if I put Ryan anywhere near Quinn. I would be murdered on the spot.
Yeah. The small amount we know about Quinn is not something we want Rai anywhere near because Rai will not take it well.
Yeah, no, Quinn is a completely opposite genre. Well, if you would like now, that's all the detectives I know. However, if you would like more people just to be friends with, I have some people as well.
Rai readies his pencil.
Oh, right. So there's this person called Jubilee Yukon, okay?
Here is a list of people I have adopted. Please be friends with all of them.
Toe, here in the gallery, this is actually another one of your cousins. Yes, not only is he my son, but he's also Leo's brother. Oh, that reminds me, I should tell you about Arata as well. Arata's one of Leo's brothers.
So many new cousins to meet. He's writing all these names down.
So Jubilee Yukon is a musician. He's very, very talented. I would very much recommend it. If you see him, he's gonna act. If you see him, he's the type of person who would call himself a phantom thief, but he isn't. I'm sorry. He's very showy, very extra, but he's got a good heart. You could tell him from the bright pink glasses and the giant bird wings on his back. Um, just walk through Villestown and listen for the sound of music and
Sounds like you'd get
and
along with my Uncle Hattie.
perhaps. You know, based off after you meet him, you might be able to consider having your uncle be. Because I think of all the friendships that could form out of this, and then of course, like I said, there's Arata Satomi. Um, Arata is another one of Leo's brothers. An absolute. He's very good at cooking. I haven't got to know him very well, but Leo cares a lot about him. And he actually lives here in Toontown, if I believe correctly. You might run into him one of these days that you come here. Um, Azumi knows him quite well. So if you get to know Azumi or if you learn about him from Leo, you can meet him. But like I said, he's another one of Leo's brothers. Um, hmm. I believe that's all of Leo's brothers that I could think of. And
A found family can be hard to keep track of, but again, that's why I got a
yes,
list at home. I have a scrapbook. It's got name and where they live and a picture of them and like their
well,
favorite food and favorite drink, just so that I can always like bring the right thing to the reunions and things.
would you like a picture of the people I've mentioned, actually?
Oh yes, please. That would make things a lot easier.
So Tome brings up his watch, which was a gift from Camille, which, fun fact, the watch can display any information related to any case or stuff like that. And by going through it, he brings up the images of each of the people on the watch so that Rai can see.
That is
So, and he would
incredible.
and he explains to us like, this is Jubilee, this is oh, I forgot one more brother. This is really funny that I forgot this one. And anybody who knows me will know why this is really funny that I forgot this one. Timmy Yukon, one of Jubilee's brothers, and also one of Leo's brothers. I don't really see him. We never seem to exist in the same place at the exact same time, and I can't figure out why. I've never actually seen him. I've just heard about him through the others, and I've heard him like out of the corner of my ear, as if he's off screen sometimes, but. Yes, there's to me. All I know is he's involved in a lot of storms, and he's very reckless, and
It
he likes
sounds
to
like
cause
someone else
trouble.
should get on really well with Uncle Hattie. Uncle Hattie does storms too, and recklessness.
Well, that sounds. It seems like it seems like these are plenty of friendships in the making. Especially if these are like your Uncle Hattie, then you'll get along great with them.
I just rolled Rai a performance to see how well he can sketch all of his new cousins from the drawings, and not very well.
Oh, I love him.
Lynn can do photo perfect sketches. Rai has the most fantastic handwriting. This is not the right channel. The most fantastic handwriting, however, he cannot draw very particularly well. What's your performance? Oh yeah, it's a +1, which makes it a 5. He's trying. He's trying
Love
so really hard.
it.
I think he's got the glasses and the wings for Jubilee, and then maybe a vague hat shape for Camille, but that's as best as he's got.
Oh, beloved. I hold him so gently.
Rai will probably remember it better than his drawings, but he's done his best.
Okay, I have to ask the gallery one more possible snipe. How much does Leo ramble about Yudo?
Key smash.
Oh, okay. I have one more person if you do want to make friends.
I always want to make friends.
He's about your age, if I remember correctly, and I personally don't know him, but he is Leo's best friend, and that's enough for me to trust him. Also, I believe I've heard Minami. No, Minami talked about White Rabbit. Different. His name is Yudo. I don't know a lot about him. I don't even know his last name, but you can get information on him from Leo. He's a rabbit, and he is a very, very energetic, based on what I've heard.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Yudo was at Paintfest, wasn't he?
What? He's the one that Tome didn't realize because he got blasted in the paint.
Yep.
With the paint.
Alright, I am going to roll a history for Rye. Please roll high. This would be really funny if you roll high. That is... Whoops, that was cocked.
Yeah, especially because Tome only rolled 11.
Yeah, when I re-rolled that, he got a 4. His history's only a +2, so that's a 6. He doesn't remember. Alas. Okay. Rye's just writing it down.
Okay. Yudo, best friend of Leo. Dot. Okay, I'll ask Leo. Sounds like they care about Leo a lot too, and Leo cares about them a lot, and any friend of Leo's is a friend of mine, so...
That's a good mindset to have. Well, that's all I can think of.
This has been very, very informative. Thank you very much, Uncle Tome.
Of course, nephew, right?
You don't have to call me nephew if you don't want to. Just my name is fine.
Okay, right.
Or you could call me Sneakster like my other uncles do.
There's a soft laugh. Okay, Sneakster then. Well, Sneakster. Is there anything else you would like to ask me?
No, I think that's it. I don't want to keep you from anything important. If you
No, you weren't. Oh no, I was just on my way back home.
Oh, what time is it? I should probably start thinking about getting home too. If I'm home late, Mom will worry. I should go.
Do you need someone to pay for your teleportation circle?
No. I got a faster way.
Huh. Okay then. Well, in that case... two things, okay? Before you go.
Yeah?
One, don't mention to anyone where you got these ideas to hang out from. I want it to be a surprise.
Okay.
And then
I'm not super good at lying, so...
You don't have to lie. If you want to tell the truth, you can. Just don't bring it up.
Okay,
but if you get asked, if it gets asked, don't lie. I would never ask you to lie. And two, tell Leo and Camille that you don't think I'm old, because and Jubilee and all of actually the people I mentioned, because they all insist that I'm old, and I think you're right. Actually, I'm quite young for my.
Okay, I can tell them that.
Thank you.
I just rolled Rye hammer space. And he fumbled it.
Beloved.
Here we go. What's a 3? Okay. He reaches into his coat and he pulls out a pine cone and he just looks at it for a minute.
No, that's not gonna get me home.
3, that's not high enough. Okay, he pulls out a golden pendant that has a strange symbol on it, which Tome is welcome to roll something against, if he so chooses. Rye's not hiding these things from Tome, he's just like, peck.
That's a 17 plus whatever modifier would be based off the skill.
Maybe a history or something like
that. So
that's
still a 17.
17? Where would you have come across that? You've possibly seen symbols like that in maybe in a book in the library or something like that, or I don't know if Pritch knows Unbekant and it has things around. Yeah, maybe I'll have to explore that later. But yeah, you think it's some sort of symbol possibly from a deity of some variety.
Looking question marks.
There's a 5. That's still not high enough. And oops, that hit the other dice. There we go. 20. Oh, little kid's safety scissors. Ryan's just sort of putting these down on the crates next to him.
Nope. This hasn't happened to me for a while.
8. There we go. He's gonna.
It's just the nature of my genre.
I think it happens to us all differently. Last time it happened to me, I pulled out some things in front of Mom I did not want to. But it's fine. We worked it out. This is what I was after.
And he pulls out this key that it has like a skull on the end and has inset gems in it, and he just holds that in one hand and then just uses his other hand to shove the other things back into his coat.
That pause was in character, by the way. He was like processing this.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's magic.
It's a skeleton key.
And he's gonna go over to one of the alley's got like back doors to these buildings or whatever, and he just sticks the key in the lock, turns it with a clunk, and then he opens the door, and what should be inside this building, possibly an apartment building or shopping or what have you, you're now looking at Halloween Town.
Tome is just staring, eyes wide, in pure amazement and shock.
Raj's gonna put the key away, put his hand on the handle.
Okay, I gotta get home before Mom starts to worry. If
be safe.
I will. If you see Leo and Camille and them before I do, make sure you say hi from me, okay?
I will. Be safe. Bye.
Bye, you too.
And he's gonna step through and close the door. Clunk. And he's gone.
I need to ask Pritch about one of those. All right, then. Well.
And now Tome is left to resume his day as much as he can.
He resumes his day feeling extremely productive and amazing. And, like, he is going to suffer the consequences of his actions later, but it was worth it.
I love how this turned out to be equal parts Rye menacing Tome and Tome menacing Leo from afar.
This was just a big old fluff FPS, and it was great.
It was good.
Listen, and now Rye has many future possible interactions and friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I've networked your boy.
Yes, you absolutely have, which is what he's happy for that. Oh man, my cheeks hurt.
Same.
Oh.
Well,
this was done.
I'm glad we got to have this game.
Same. We'll have to have Ryan and Tome interact again later. Maybe they could go on dates together. That could be fun.
Oh, yes, because Tome actually can't do not murders. He can do cases that are not murders.
Great. Oh, wonderful. All right, I suppose we should say goodbye to our audience.
Thank you to all our current listeners, and by all, I mean our one beloved current listener who I was an absolute little shit towards this whole FPS. And thank you to all our future listeners. To all those whose characters got listed, I love you. And I have zero regrets. Bye-bye!
Bye, everybody.